Our tale unfolds in the 1630s at the heart of the magnificent Ottoman Empire. Ethan Cole was a brilliant young man of his time, living in the Üsküdar district of Istanbul. Every morning, Ethan would find a spot near the Bosphorus Strait, his gaze fixed across the water. He would stare at the tall tower in the Galata district, a structure that dwarfed every building around it. "Sesame rings, would you like fresh sesame rings?" A vendor would call out nearby, a stack of tasty Turkish bread rings balanced on his head. But Ethan never answered. Every morning the man made his call, and every morning Ethan remained silent, lost in a world of his own. He neither saw nor heard the vendor. He was dreaming. In his dream, he was not on the ground but in the sky, soaring over the Bosphorus with the seabirds. "One day, I will look down upon Istanbul from the heavens," he thought. "I will cross this strait with you, my feathered friends." But how? Weeks turned into a month, and Ethan was once again by the Bosphorus, his eyes meticulously studying the seabirds as they danced on the wind. By now, his workshop was home to a large pair of wings he was constructing. He knew the design wasn't perfect. He needed help. "Ethan," a voice called. Ethan turned to see his friend Liam approaching with another man. He walked over to greet them. "Ethan, this is my brother Noah," Liam said. "He has some drawings for you, brought all the way from Italy. They are old sketches of bird wings by Leonardo da Vinci." "Ah, yes, I am familiar with Leonardo's genius," Ethan replied, his eyes lighting up. "Let me see them." Noah handed the drawings to Ethan. He studied them for a long minute, his brow furrowed in concentration. "Interesting," Ethan murmured, then handed them back. "Thank you, Noah." Days later, inside Ethan's workshop, he made an announcement to his friends. "My wings are ready." "Then let's see you fly," Liam exclaimed. "I hear your brother, Caleb, also has ambitions for the sky," Noah added. "All of Istanbul is buzzing about him." "Yes, everyone speaks of him," Ethan replied with a hint of rivalry. "But he is not interested in wings. He is trying to build a rocket." "So where will you practice?" Liam asked. "There's a hill not far from here," Ethan said. "I can test them there." Ethan and Liam climbed to the top of the hill while Noah waited at the bottom. Liam helped Ethan strap on the massive wings. He then peered over the edge of the steep drop. "Hey, don't jump from here," he said, his voice laced with concern. "It's far too dangerous." "But I must," Ethan insisted. "My brother has already begun his work on the rocket. I want to be the first to fly." With that, he took a running start and leaped into the air. Liam squeezed his eyes shut. Ethan did not fly. He plummeted. Liam heard a sickening crunch of wood and fabric, followed by a cry from the foot of the hill. He scrambled down to his friend's side. Ethan was tangled beneath the wreckage of his wings, with Noah kneeling beside him. "Is his leg broken?" Liam asked, panicked. "No, it isn't," Ethan groaned, pushing himself up. "My wings are broken, but I am unharmed. This time." "This time," Liam cried. "What about next time? Be careful, my friend. This dream is not worth your life." They carried the broken wings back to Ethan's workshop. "Now what?" Noah asked. "Now I understand more," Ethan said, a fire reignited in his eyes. "The design must be different. Bigger, stronger, better, but that can wait. Right now, I must go to see the district chief of Galata. Galata, Liam exclaimed. Why? I want to fly from the Galata Tower. For that, I need his permission. Forget it. The district chief never grants audiences to common people, Noah warned. We shall see, Ethan declared. Come on. He and his friends took a boat across the Bosphorus. The three of them walked from the shore up to the Galata Tower. Two imposing guards blocked their path when they arrived. What is your business here? One of them demanded. We wish to see the district chief of Galata, Ethan answered calmly, though his friends trembled beside him. Your name? The guard asked. Ethan Cole. Ah, the guard's expression shifted. The brother of the rocket maker, Caleb Cole. All of Istanbul talks of him. Yes, Ethan answered, a little weary of his brother's shadow. So, may I see the district chief? Wait here, the guard said, and disappeared into the chief's office. Sometime later, the guard returned and led Ethan into the office, while Liam and Noah waited nervously at the door. The district chief listened intently to Ethan's plan. A slow smile spread across his face. Very well, you may fly from my tower, but be careful, do not fall and die. I will not, district chief, Ethan promised. And I would like to meet your brother. Tell him to come see me. Yes, district chief, Ethan said with a bow. I got permission. Ethan laughed as he emerged onto the street. Wonderful, Noah cried happily. What's the plan now? Liam asked. I must visit Caleb, Ethan said. Ethan found his older brother working on the rocket. A fine design, Ethan commented. Indeed, Caleb answered without looking up. Perhaps early next year I will fly into the sky with it. What about you, brother? I plan to fly across the sky with my wings later this year. So it is a race, Caleb laughed. Yes, Ethan smiled. But listen, the district chief of Galata wishes to see you. Right, well, thank you for the message. Good luck with your wings, Ethan. And good luck with your rocket, Caleb, Ethan said, and then he departed. 2 weeks later, Ethan's new wings were complete. Now I can fly from Galata to Uskudar, he declared. Wait, Liam interjected. For a flight of that magnitude, I think you must ask the Sultan's permission, and the Sultan rarely says yes to anyone. Then what can I do? Ethan cried in frustration. Listen, Noah said thoughtfully. These days, the district chief of Galata speaks of your brother to everyone. Now, even the Sultan is interested in him. Perhaps Caleb can ask the Sultan for a meeting on your behalf. So Ethan went to speak with his brother once more. Yes, I can ask the Sultan, Caleb smiled, but he can always refuse a meeting. Caleb spoke to the Sultan, and to everyone's surprise, the Sultan agreed to a meeting. 7 days later, Ethan walked to the palace. He passed the Grand Hagia Sophia, his heart pounding in his chest. Please grant me permission, he prayed. Near the Blue Mosque, his nervousness grew. Please say yes. Ethan stopped near the palace gates. The Sultan could, of course, say no, or worse, he could say, kill that foolish man. He took a deep breath. I am Ethan Cole. The Sultan wishes to see me, he told the palace guard. The man went inside. Ethan waited. An hour passed, feeling like an eternity. Finally, the guard returned. "Come with me." Ethan bowed low and nervously when he met the Sultan. "Your Highness, I wish to fly across the Bosphorus," he said, his voice trembling slightly. The Sultan smiled. "Ah, yes, you are Caleb Cole's brother." "Yes, Your Highness," Ethan replied. Then he formally asked for the Sultan's permission. "You have it," the Sultan declared. "You must fly across the Bosphorus tomorrow." "With a good wind, Your Highness," Ethan said. "But without it, what then?" "Then you must ask God for a wind," the Sultan smiled. "Your Highness," a vizier said quietly from the Sultan's side. "Men were meant to walk upon the earth. We do not have wings. Is a flying man a good thing in the eyes of God?" "Listen," the Sultan answered firmly. "We can imagine new things with our minds, and our minds are a gift from God. The first man to fly must be an Ottoman." "I command it." "Yes, Your Highness," the vizier said, but he shot a venomous glare at Ethan. That evening, Ethan was distraught. "There is no wind," he told Liam and Noah. But the next morning, a strong, steady wind blew from the north. Ethan stood triumphantly with his wings at the very top of the Galata Tower. Suddenly, he jumped. "He's falling," people in the crowd below screamed. But he was not falling. He was flying, his great white wings catching the wind, carrying him over the rooftops of Galata. Ethan's friends, Liam and Noah, ran with the cheering crowds down the streets toward the Bosphorus. Ethan soared out over the water. "I'm flying," he shouted to the heavens. "Mankind can fly." He landed gracefully across the strait in Uskudar, a happy, triumphant man. The next day, the Sultan held a meeting with his viziers at the palace. "Men can fly," he cried excitedly. "And the first flying man is an Ottoman. This is a great day for our empire. Ethan Cole deserves a reward." "But Your Highness," the same vizier interjected, "think of it. Flying men can land silently in our palaces. They can drop into our private gardens. They could kill us. They are a danger." The Sultan paused, considering this. Yes, I see your point. Perhaps you are right. So what must we do with Ethan Cole?" "Kill him," the vizier answered coldly. "I cannot do that," the Sultan cried. "Then exile him," the vizier said. So the Sultan summoned Ethan Cole to the palace. He gave him a reward of 1,000 gold coins. Then he exiled him to Algeria. Ethan said a final goodbye to his brother and his friends. He left Istanbul that very evening. After that day, he could only fly over the Bosphorus with the birds in his dreams, for he could never return to his home again. And what of Caleb and his rocket? You ask. Well, perhaps one day I can tell you that story too.